Paul, you said pre-match that Leeds was the toughest place to come to in the division. How do you feel that your team fared here at Elland Road today?
I thought we didn't have enough personality on the ball first half. They made it difficult. They pressed. They're, ex-Premier League players coming after you all the time. Made it difficult. I thought we defended quite well. Disappointing, obviously, to concede from a corner that late in the half. Look, we've had it the other way round when, we've played other teams, been the big dogs in League One, and you go in at half-time 0-0, fans aren't pleased. It helps us. So it's about, trying to reduce them to little chances, but also to try and, get things on the break. We weren't very good offensively today, I don't think, in fairness to the fans who came, and I thank them for it. They kindly clapped the players off, but we didn't give them enough to really get behind today going forward. And that isn't because it weren't from a lack of effort, it's just the fact that they cancelled out everything we had. Any time we took someone on, they'd take the ball off us, and it made it difficult for us. So to concede them 2 goals first half, but then I thought second half, they weren't really cutting us open. I know Jacob had shots to save, but that's what he's there for. And I thought we had good passages in the play without having any final bit to it, if that's the nicest way I can put it. I thought subs came on and done well. Had to think about Tuesday night with a few of them, so we changed the pack. And I don't think it's any surprise that we lost 2-0 here. Sheffield lost here, everyone's lost here virtually apart from Burnley, I think, and Pompey got a draw weirdly right at the start of the season. So look, it's a difficult place to come. They're very good players. I'm not making any excuses, and the lads gave me everything they had. So for that, I've just told them that. I thank them, but it was a tough day.
You mentioned there that you sort of got through, I think it was about half an hour. Did you start to think you can really start to frustrate the crowd here a little bit, and then they get that corner? I suppose that's probably the biggest frustration for you, that if you could just got to half time, as you said there.
Yeah, and I think that there was a warning sign before that. Rodon had a free header. We've got to get closer. We obviously highlighted that already, so don't need to go back over it. But it's disappointing that we weren't cut open in open play. Obviously we didn't cut them open either, but it wasn't like our keeper was making save on save, and the way we tried to play was trying to let them go round us, and we'd defend crosses, and I thought the lads were very good at that. But to concede off a set piece is disappointing, and then, like I said, to concede straight away after it, was difficult. And you can come here and you can be 2-0 down at half time, you can end up 5 or 6 or 7. So I know where we are, and the fact that the lads kept it, and we tried to ask them to try and keep it, the scoreline, in the way that the last 20 minutes, if we go for it and we get a goal, it could be a different outcome. But unfortunately, like I said, with the ball today, we were nowhere near as good as Leeds were. And am I disappointed? Yeah. Am I overly surprised? Possibly not. I know where we lack, but from actual effort and courage from the lads, I don't think we do.
In terms of sort of the courage there, and you mentioned quite a few games where you've been proud of the team. Are you sort of proud that they stuck in there? Because 2-0 down at Leeds, a lot of teams can fold and become overwhelmed here.
Yeah, I'm really proud of that. I just I don't want it to become a trend that I say, look, performances are good but results aren't. I don't think today our performance was good, our effort levels were good, and our organisation was good, but we just let ourselves down. And when you chasing the ball, when you get it back, sometimes your legs are gone and it's hard to find a simple pass. And I thought there was moments where we looked really comfortable on the ball, but then the final ball or the final decision, Leeds make it really tough. I'm not criticising the lads for that. They're just very good players that make it very tough. So it's no different going to any top team in any league. It's a hard game if they're on song, and some of their players today were very good.
Busy week this week. I suppose you just got to not dust yourselves down, but move on, full focus on Burnley on Tuesday now.
Yeah, we knew coming into this, these are 2 tough games, or 3 tough games in 6 days, and it's just unfortunate we didn't pick points up at home before coming into these, because they make not more pressure, but you need to stop the losing rot. But playing Leeds away, Burnley away aren't ideal. So so we'll pick the lads up, pick the bones out of it as we always do, and be fair. I think is the best thing to say. I'll be fair with the lads on what I can critique and what I can thank them for. And like I said already, I don't think anyone had us down to get anything here apart from ourselves. But Leeds were right on it. I knew they'd bounce back after defeat, and unfortunately we let ourselves down with the set piece that changed the game. Look, prior to that, I'm not pretending in any way that we were the better team, that we had control of the game. We did not. But away from home, sometimes you've just got to stifle them and take your opportunities when you had it. And the fairest way I can look at it is, first half they had 2 set pieces, bang in the middle of R6. Rodon gets 2 headers. We have a set piece. We don't get it in the right area. I'm not too sure the conditions helped, and sometimes games swing on those moments. And today, we come away with no points, no injuries, luckily, and disappointed that we didn't put enough of a show on for the fans. But like I said already, I can't knock the lads for effort. They're in there absolutely exhausted.